What's up? No one is showing up for me in my UI. I'll just hope it fixes itself. Let's go. Where are the guests? There we go. How about we just have a dance party instead? Let's go. Thank you, everybody. I'm clearly live DJing. I have a lot of people in the room. We'll go for another minute. We're gonna go.
When did you become a DJ?
You know, you need a lot of side hustles these days, right? Hey, if you're in crypto, like 5% chance you become a DJ anyway. You know, that's just how it works. Oh yeah, thank you. Okay, we'll play it again. So waiting on 2 more guests, right? There's one. Let's go. Thank you, everybody. Thanks for the applause. Appreciate it. Okay, at some point I've stopped playing music and actually host the space. My notes. Okay, I was getting too hype. I gotta stop it. I'll go for like 10 minutes. Welcome everybody to Cardano Update. This has been crazy few months. We do this every Wednesday, 4 p.m. UTC. I'm Travis, your host from JPEG Store, and my co-host is Time. Time, what's up?
GM, my name is Time. I'm chronically online. I'm also a Web3 designer. This is a closed panel, so we will not accept any questions or anyone coming up, unfortunately. But if you do have any questions, put them in the bottom right-hand purple bubble. We will get to them at the end. But definitely like and retweet, share with a friend. We're just getting started.
So the Cardano Update, if it's your first time here, we kind of do a bit of a traditional news panel. Time will hit us with some things that happened the past week in Cardano and in crypto as a whole. We'll talk to our panelists about some of the topics, and then the last bit of the space, we'll just go around, hang out, see what everyone is going on, what our panelists have happening in their lives. And, the dance party's become a good part of the beginning of the space, so we might keep that going. All right, but for now, we're going to get into the news. Let's get right to it, Time, and then we're going to do intros after.
So for week 11 of the Cardano update, we have Cardano's mainnet hard fork upgrade marked the transition into its new era. This eliminates the Genesis keys and enables full on-chain governance by the community. Emurgo announced significant updates, including partnerships, ecosystem development, and a new focus on enhancing the Yoroi wallet, basically aiming to reestablish its role in the Cardano ecosystem. The TON blockchain experienced outages due to the popularity of DOG's token airdrop, with TON's coin value rebounding after the network restarted. The Begin wallet integrated with Keystone hardware wallet. They added features like biometric signing and MyUSD integration. Pretty cool. Yam4 partnered with Fluid Token to offer NFT-based collateral loans, stablecoin yields, and boosted staking on Cardano. The Charles Media Token by Stuff.io, Book.io launches later today at 5 p.m. EST. Again, this is like really unique because it is a full podcast that is available with each token purchased. Twitter was actually banned in Brazil over disinformation concerns. This prompted a lot of the Cardano community to rally in support of local workshops and advocating free speech. And that is all for the Cardano update.
Woohoo! Thank you, Time. We got lots to cover here. I did a little backwards this week. I got the news first, and now we're going to go around and intro some of the guests. People keep going up and down, but let's see how we're doing here. Who is behind the Clay Nation profile today? No one. Are you made of clay? Profile today.
Hey, can you guys hear me? Okay.
No one. Are you made of clay?
Can you?
I think she's lagging.
Sorry, I definitely am rugging. So I can hear Time on one device, and I can hear Travis on another device. Hey, can you guys hear me? Okay. And it's not going well, so I'm just gonna jump out and jump back in. Sorry.
No worries. I can hear you. That's the most important thing. Just kidding.
Yeah, no, honestly, you're the only person. Well, I know that it's only you and Travis, but you're the only person I can hear. And then I can hear Travis on my phone. And then I can also hear myself. So that's not working well. But it is Lena. Although I might pretend it's Izzy just because of how this is going. So yeah.
No worries. Take a lap and you should be okay when you get back up here. We have, do you want to continue or do you want me to continue?
No, you go ahead. You keep going.
All right. We have Leslie on stage with us today. Good morning. How are you? Would you like to introduce yourself?
Good morning, Time. Good morning, JPG. How's everyone doing? I'm Leslie Mota, and I am the CEO of Coxstick Media, currently in the mountains of Arizona, so I might cut in and out.
No worries. We love it. And We also have Jen Facino. How are you today, love?
Hey, can you guys hear me? I've started rugging really bad twice, so I had to bail and come back. But I'm great. Thank you for having me. For those that don't know me, I'm Jen Facino, and I own and operate Gather Events. So essentially, anytime you guys want to throw a satellite event during a major conference or a small conference or around town, people hire me to do consulting, planning, management, coordinating, all the above. Pretty much, I'm all events, stay in my lane. That's all I do. Promotion, marketing, all that.
Awesome.
Love.
It's good to meet you, Jen. Can you have an event where people don't rug on the Twitter space? That'd be really convenient. Like starting immediately.
That would be great. I was like, oh no, are they talking? Because I see emojis being thrown up and I'm like, if they're talking to me, I can't hear. So I just had to leave quick and come back. So sounds great now.
I feel like Twitter Spaces or X Spaces have not improved in consistability or anything in like a year and a half. I feel like we have the exact same issues we had when they launched the bloody platform, and here we are. You know, it's like they don't have enough money or something.
Small startup.
Yeah, small indie company. But guys, the point of this week is we're here to talk about some of the news and some of the things that are going on in Singapore next week at Token, the biggest crypto event in the world. Um, let's see, is anyone going to Singapore? I think that's the whole point. So I hope Leslie and Jen, you're both going or both doing events there. Can you comment on that? Let's start with Leslie.
Yes, we are going. We are going to be going to Token 2049, covering the event, doing interviews, what's happening, what's going on. And then we will also be live streaming and covering the karate combat event as well. So I am very excited to see some of the girls that are very well known in this space that some of us are close to compete amongst each other. So we're very excited about that. And just to be transparent, events, I know that there are a lot of events happening. I have not registered for any events, and I am out of the loop. I have no idea what the heck is going on besides during the day and what we're covering, because I've been with my head down behind the scenes working and moving. And so I'm excited about the space. Thank you for having me, because I want to know what the heck is going on, what's happening,
You know,
what's
it's okay.
popping.
There's only like 500 side events. But Leslie, I'm kidding. Like, I'm in the same boat. I was just talking to Time. I was like, oh my God, I do not have my token schedule planned out well at all. That's totally like my absolute daily homework for the next week and a half is to figure out what the hell's going on at Token because it's such a big event. There's 30,000 people last year. I think there's going to be even more this year. So it's going to be crazy. And it's just going to be one of those events where there's a million side events as well. Hopefully Singapore is like a bit easier to get around than some of the cities that have these big events, but I'm pretty bullish and pretty excited for it. Karate Combat, I'm excited. We had Ashley on last week Time, where she's been training, and Ashley, is gonna beat some people up. I think Karate Combat's pretty cool. I saw one in Consensus, and I enjoyed it a lot more than I thought. It was really well done, really professional. You guys killed it with the commentary, and totally excited for it.
Yeah, so Ashley Decan will actually, I think she has a main fight, but essentially she will be fighting the blonde broker. So they both will be having their debut fight. I'm pretty excited for that as well. It's so funny seeing like all your friends in the industry and then we're all just gonna like meet each other halfway across the world. I don't know, it's kind of insane. But regarding spreadsheets and like events and things like that, I know that Jen, she oftentimes puts together these really large spreadsheets for all the events in crypto and Web3. Usually it's this master spreadsheet, people can submit, etc., things like that. But otherwise, I know on the website there is, a nicer UI where you can see all of the official side events for Token. And the same thing is on the Breakpoint website. Breakpoint is the Solana Focus conference that is also happening a couple days after Token. But yeah, essentially you can kind of look through, quite literally, it's like 500 events. It's actually insane. But the good news is you can kind of strategize. You can kind of like go to events that, are VC focused, if they maybe are more degen focused, maybe you're trying to eat while you're networking. They have just events all around the city. Another good kind of point, as I've been doing research for Singapore in general, it is very walkable, and there is like a underground tram, train, I don't know what they're called, subway. There's a subway, guys. So it's they all mostly speak English in Singapore. It's very clean, beautiful city, very safe. So personally, I feel really good about like going over there, and at least I feel more comfortable over there than maybe another country. But essentially, let's get back into the speakers. Jen, do you have any comments? Do you have a spreadsheet going? What is going on? What are you throwing? What's your side event?
Oh man, I actually don't know if I'm going to Singapore because for the first time ever, I'm trying to find a sponsor because I pay for everything on my own, and because I'm so active and contribute a lot to the event space, I have a sponsor I'm working with. So we'll see if that happens. But yeah, a little bit about me. I do all the spreadsheets with three wonderful people, and so essentially, yeah, we aggregate and we work with a lot of different businesses and companies to promote a lot of events. We don't gatekeep, we don't keep anything in. I run a lot of the group chats as well. So currently I have a master spreadsheet on Sheets XYZ, and that's spelled SHEEE. There's three E's, sheets.xyz. And so currently we have over 350 events. And yeah, to kind of go off of that, what I like to do is I host a Telegram chat and I host a Twitter chat. And so what we do in there is we have all the people that want to attend events like this. I do what's called like a curated daily pick. So I know when you guys look at the spreadsheets we do, you're like, where the hell did we go? What do we do? Who's going where? And just it's super confusing. You get spreadsheet fatigue. It's very difficult to kind of siphon through to see what's valuable depending on your specific goals. So what I do as a professional courtesy, it's free to join all my chats. I essentially take my knowledge of people that I've done past business with, business development, people I've worked with, things that are in close proximity and things of high value ranging from daytime, afternoon, evening events. And I kind of pick anywhere from 7 to 13 events per day that I push people to go to. Yeah, just to kind of help with spreadsheet fatigue because it's really overwhelming. So nothing's paid for. Nobody pays me to promote any of the events. It's just my personal knowledge of who I know is running the events, who I know will be attending the events. Yeah,
Sounds
that.
like a hero to me. Sounds like a hero we need.
It's a lot. I'm laying on my closet floor is carpeted, so I'm on my tummy right now, with my laptop in front of me with a pillow. So I'm just like looking over all the different events right now, and I'm just kind of like putting some in as we're talking and stuff. So I'm just like, oh my gosh, there's so many. But yeah, if anyone wants me to add them to the group chat, just send me a message or comment on this Cardano update event thing. But yeah, I don't know. I hope I can go. There's a lot of events, so I can maybe drop a couple. I will be releasing that in the chat soon. So even if I don't go, I'm still in the chat very active. I'm still promoting different things. I'm still talking about different things. So even if I'm not there, I still do this. So
Rolling around on the floor, that's also my favorite pastime.
it's
I
a
was gonna
vibe.
ask, did you go to Singapore last year? Are there any like experiences you're able to share maybe?
I have not been to any Asian country yet. I used to live overseas in Italy, and I've only made it as far as Europe. So I have never unfortunately been able to travel to any Asian countries, and it's very, 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 very high on my list. I know a lot of people that are running a lot of amazing events that I'm talking with on the back channels, so I can kind of go over some of my picks. I can do that in the group chat as well. I don't know how much time we have today or what you guys want to really learn about. So
No, yeah, absolutely. I know that some of the guests are hosting their own events as well. We also have another guest. He's running a little late, Frisk. What are we going to do with him? Am I right? But some other individuals will be coming through. I think Doug might come on and talk about karate combat, which will be really exciting. I know Clay Nation, you guys actually have an event, a side event that's going on. And is it in a club? What's going on? I know Champ is going to be there.
Oh,
What's the
I
alpha?
actually can't take credit for the event. Although we'll be there and Smubbler and a lot of our partners are hosting it. We're mainly attending. But we are going to obviously help with the Smubbler team to assist in promoting it. It's actually going to be powered by the guys at Rare Evo. And it is a Smubbler hosted event along with, I think, the Sandbox, with Champ Medici, or called Broadus, as some of you guys would know him as. And it is at the Arc. So I believe, I think they're leaving a little bit to, be revealed at the event. But it's going to be really good fun. And there is a open guest list, so you can still apply to attend. So any Clay community that does want to roll through, absolutely worth applying. And hit me a DM, of course, can put in a good word. There's still space as far as I'm aware, and Loretta, the founder of Smubbler, has been saying please share it with everyone. And during our brunch in Vegas, she kind of invited everyone at the brunch to come and attend. So it's I think it will be good. My only concern at the moment is how many events there are, and obviously just hearing you talking just then about the spreadsheets. I'm having the same chaos. Apart from I have the wonderful Loza on my team has been really helping me to try and find like ones that are most relevant or most fun, I guess, to attend for the Clay team. And already on the Wednesday during the Smubbler event, there are like 5 other events, or 6 that we really should attend. So it's going to be a lot of running around. But that's kind of the thrill of it, I guess. That's the fun of it. And anyone that's not going, if it's not possible this year, bookmark or earmark for next year, because I've been for the last 2 years and it's always been really valuable.
So you've actually been to Singapore last year for the token event?
I did, I did. Yeah, last year. I mean, honestly, a blur, but there are so many events and a lot of people that we work with or have worked with or have met in the space or want to work with in the space are there. And it's almost overwhelming because you don't know who you want to talk to or where you want to be at once. And the side events list really is as wild as everyone's explaining. But we were fortunate enough to go last year, and even the year before, actually, when it felt like we were alone when we went a couple of years ago. But then obviously as soon as you arrive, you realise you've met a lot of people that you don't realize that you've met them or that you've at least spoken to them online and stuff. So I think this year does feel like there's more energy. I mean, just based on the last couple of weeks on socials, it just feels like people are going straight off the back of I think Korea blockchain week or something's going on there at the moment, and it seems like the same crowd are kind of following through to going to Singapore, and it just seems like there's a real buzz about it. So quite excited about it. Is it your first time in that part of the world?
For me, most definitely. And I also was going to say, I think there's a little bit of a conference circuit going on, because I know a handful of people, they went to Japan, they're in South Korea right now for Blockchain Week. They'll end up in Singapore and kind of just make their way back. But for me, totally first time in Singapore. I have been to Hong Kong before, but that was pre-COVID. Does anything before pre-COVID is such a distant memory. So I'm just so excited. What about you, Travis?
No, I've never been over there at all. I've only been to Asia and Dubai, but I think that's just quite different than, Southeast Asia. So I'm over the moon to go. I'm very excited. I think Southeast Asia is also probably the biggest pocket of crypto in the world that kind of goes under the radar. People think it's probably centered in the States and things like that, but really it's just massive in Asia, and pretty exciting to meet a lot of people in the community that are in that part of the world, because it's such a journey for for them to come to the States and for us to go there. I was just sharing my itinerary time earlier, and it's 32 hours. So I have an insane traveling schedule to get to Singapore. I leave Friday morning, I get there Sunday morning, right? So I'm quite excited. I'm stoked about Singapore. Unrelated to crypto, I have tickets to the Formula One race after the event, which is a couple days after. I'm a huge Formula One fan, and Singapore is a night race, and it's going to be completely insane. So the whole town should be buzzing, because something like 250,000 people come to Singapore for that race. So it's just going to be absolutely insane, the whole city. And I've heard, like you said, Tom, it's walkable, it's clean, it's fun, it's exciting. It looks beautiful. I just can't wait.
Yes, it's definitely been a bit of an adventure to pack. Uh, it's very close to the equator, so at least I'm a Florida girl, so I'm kind of used to that type of weather. But yeah, if there's any like travel like packing tips for Singapore, Lena, like you can definitely go for it. I know it's a little random for a panel, but I think a lot of us going for the first time are just, it's like, how do we do it?
Time. So are you telling me I can't wear blazers because everybody knows I wear blazers even if it's scorching hot outside?
It is so humid. I genuinely wouldn't recommend it. I think I wore like some sort of suity type thing on the first year I went, and then I tried to walk just from hotel to somewhere else. Like it is walking distance, but it's so humid. That's the thing. And I know, Time, you mentioned you're a Florida girl, so you're kind of used to it, the humidity. But it is different than being in like dry heat. You do just get so sticky. I would say light, comfortable clothing, definitely recommended. And it just rains so much as well. So we'll see if we get monsoons, but should be right.
So, as someone who grew up in rural northern Canada, I am definitely not good with the heat and the humidity. So it's going to be crazy. I'm super worried about how hot it's going to be. I also want to wear a blazer and a coat, sports coat, to a lot of things. Tom sent me, one of you things you sent me said dress code said no shorts at all. I'm like, man, no shorts in Singapore? I have dress shorts, but no. So I think a lot of these events too, you have to just wear pants, and that's kind of tragic. But so I think I will be staying inside a lot if it's as humid and hot as you guys say, even in September.
I was gonna say, uh, is it very AC focused inside the events? I'm not sure the type of vibe. In Vegas, it's obviously 100 degrees out, but then indoors, it's like 60 degrees. Is it similar, or are things more open air over there? Lena, maybe. If not, I can move on.
No, sorry. You cut out just for a second there. Could you just repeat that?
Yes.
Sorry.
Yeah. I was asking, is Singapore, is it very AC focused during the convention events, or is it more open air? Like, I get cold inside with a lot of AC. Should I be bringing or a jacket or something?
I think it will really depend event to event because, yeah, for sure at the convention it will be perfectly temperate. But obviously a huge part of Token and anyone that is joining will know there are a lot of side events, and the side events venues really vary. And some of the ones that I've been to have been more outdoors, or kind of open door, half inside and cool and half outside and warm. So yeah, it can really, really vary. And the main thing obviously is it just can rain and then not rain and then rain and then not rain, so you don't really know where you stand if you're getting somewhere by foot. Um, but yeah, I mean, it's really difficult actually to know what to wear. I would actually say I haven't mastered it. And I'm from the UK, so I should be able to handle it. But no, not at all. Not the heat, but the rain and the wetness and everything else. But no, I'm still not ever equipped. I would say I think it's really difficult to really prepare. You just have to go with the flow. So yeah, just be flexible and hope for the best. What's like? What do you say is the event that you're looking forward to the most? Actually, the side events.
Side event wise, there's definitely, I would say, like 5-ish main events that I'll be trying to hit up. Obviously, the Smobler Rare Evo Clay Nation event, I definitely want to hit up. There's few other like Cardano focused events, but obviously there's going to be so many cross chain events that I'll also be attending. Another event that some of you who are going might be interested in, it's focused on real world assets, enterprise VIP roundtable. This is hosted by Trivolve Tech and Endmaker. There is also Magic Eden has their grand event. I always really enjoy Magic Eden events. They're partnering with Forbes on this one as well. Also, Forbes themselves, they're doing an event called the Inner Circle dinner. I've been to Forbes's Inner Circle events before, just like top-notch, incredible people to connect with that end up going there. And I'll pause for a second. Leslie, go for it. Leslie, if you wanted to comment on a Magic Eden event. Ooh, she might be rugging, unfortunately. Well, just interrupt me, Leslie, next time. Yes. So other events that I know that are happening, there's an event. It's more, I would say, party degen oriented. It's called Bing Bong. They have done like 7 or 8 other events. That is always really fun to attend. And most of these are on Luma, which makes it really easy. So if you've been to other cross-chain events, other just conferences, you can kind of go to these companies and you can click on their profiles to see what events they are hosting. So if you have groups of people or groups of companies you tend to really enjoy networking with, you can easily find that all basically through the Luma. And again, on the Token 49 site, they just have a spreadsheet and whatnot that you can get overwhelmed by. But they have a nice filter mechanism, so you can do DeFi oriented, VC oriented, etc. So there'll be events for everyone essentially. I will attempt Leslie again. Leslie, are you there? Oh, I think she rugged.
We got a lot of rugging today. This is not our day. What's going on here? What's going on? There must be something.
I'm going to write a letter to Mr. Elon. I'm sure he'll listen. What's
the best conspiracy theory we can come up with to explain all this rugging today?
Something. I'm gonna blame it on Brazil. I don't know. Travis, do you have any? I know you haven't really looked at the event sheets, but is there anything in particular that stands out to you that you're excited to attend?
No, like you're right. Like I haven't, unfortunately, done enough research. I should have done a lot more coming into this space. I'm definitely attending the Rare event, the one Patrick and Maker are doing, and a few others. I think I will check out Karate Combat. But there was like hundreds. I made a small list of like 30 that I liked. So it's just gonna be really having to sit down this weekend, I think, and spend an entire day figuring out which ones to go to. And just really lining up people to talk with, see what they're doing, get in group chats. If there's any fire group chats, please let me know, everybody. We'll get in there. There's 3 of us going from JPEG. And, we're looking to just meet up and hang out with everyone that wants to hang out and see what happens. But I feel like it's just going to be crazy. It's just going to be get up in the morning and it just doesn't stop until 2 to 3 a.m. and rinse repeat for the whole week. So we're quite excited.
Crazy. Jen, do you have any? I know you may not go. I think you're like 80% going. That's just what I feel. But are there any events that you've heard about that haven't been mentioned, or any events that you're looking forward to?
Oh man, yeah, I'm definitely trying to pull together. Like I said, I have a sponsor that I'm working with, so hopefully that pans out too. But yeah, with doing all these spreadsheets, yeah, there's a lot. I think I'm just going to do my picks in the group chat. I actually have to jump to a client call right now. But yeah, I love that you guys support everything that we're doing, because a lot of the spreadsheets that are out there, they actually just kind of pull from what we're doing. So it's great that you guys recognize that and give us a platform to kind of show everything that we're doing right now. If anyone wants to be added to the group chat, we have over 120 people in there currently right now. Send me a DM, pretty accessible, easy to get a hold of. But I would say before I go, the one that I would be most into, oh man, I do fuck with Magic Eden quite a bit. So anything they do, I love their team. So I would definitely be into that. Other than that, I think I'll just take a moment and put that in my group chat. So I do have to bounce, but thank you so much for having me. And if you guys need anything in terms of events, I'm here for everyone, whether I'm there or not. Hopefully I can meet you in person. And if you have another sponsor that would want to sponsor me because I do biz dev and event stuff all day, let me know. Hit my DMs. Love you guys. Thanks.
Bye, Jen. Have a good one. I hope to see you.
Thanks, Jen. Thanks for coming. Thanks for rugging politely and saying you're leaving. That's been a big bonus. Appreciate you a lot. I think we're going to cut this space a little short today. A lot of our guests are Mia having technical difficulties. Just not the best space we've had for that situation, but it's all good. Let's hear from Clay Nation guys. Like, Lena? What do you guys have going on? Just give us a little shill. What's new? What's like coming up? What do you want to talk about? And then after that, we'll call it.
I don't want to end this space on a not as exciting note, but I will be on the Clays After Dark space later today. So that will be where we're sharing most of our updates. But I will say that from next week, obviously from the 9th of September, we're launching our Baked Nation collection, which is going to be a free mint for holders. So if you haven't already seen that, check it out on our latest tweets. And kind of during Token and during our events with our partners, we're going to be sharing more on that. We're going to be sharing a few more of our updated games and experiences as well, and just connecting with the community and getting that feedback so that we can continue with a really successful end of the year. It feels crazy to say that, but it is coming up to, it feels like it's about to be the end of the year before we know it. So we're super excited, but yeah, main thing is tune into Plays After Dark a little bit later. Hopefully we'll share a bit more there, and then for now I will just say I'm looking forward to seeing everyone in Singapore. Anyone that does want like a more condensed, I mean, there are so many amazing sheets, but if anybody wants me to just share my itinerary, I'm more than happy to. I've just narrowed it down to ones that make sense for us, and yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing everyone. Yeah, thanks so much for hosting the space, and next one I'll bring a bit more alpha.
You're welcome. You're welcome. When is the Clays After Dark space today? What time?
Let me just get it's 2 a.m. my time, which is not helpful for me for you. Let me just check the normal time. Hang on. Sorry.
You mean you're not perfectly good at calculating UTC times yet? Come on now. You've been in the space.
I just turn up when I'm told. The thing is, when you go onto Twitter, it just tells you the exact time, doesn't it? It just says 2 a.m. my time. So it's
9 p.m. EST.
9 p.m. EST, which is still not UTC, but we'll make it work. Anyway, just go onto our account and you'll see when it's happening.
All right,
Thank you.
great guys. Thanks for that. Yeah, everyone go
sorry,
check
that's
out
not very
the
helpful.
space
I appreciate it.
at 2 a.m. England time, 9 p.m. Eastern time, UTC time unknown. Someone has to do that. We got Flow Crypto.
It's 1 a.m. 1 a.m.
1 a.m. UTC.
Yeah.
All right. So any three of those times works for you guys. Make sure you can make it. Shout
Thank you,
out.
guys.
Can't wait. I will try and tune in and hear the alpha. I'm always interested in the Clay alpha. Flo from Noom, my friend, you made it. We were going to end the space here soon, but before we do that, just give us a shout of who you are and what you're doing in Singapore. If you're going to anything in particular, hosting anything, things like that.
Okay. Hello, everyone. I'm Florian, the co-founder and co-CEO of Neum. I'm really looking forward to Singapore, to be honest, because these couple of weeks and days were just stressful, jumping from investor meeting to investor meeting. To be honest, we are not hosting anything during Token 2049 because I think there are already so many events going on. We might spread out thin the whole community over there. And additionally to this, look, I think there is also a constitutional committee event there at the same time on the 17th. So really the day before Token 2049. So highly likely I will attend that one. And just try to connect with the community. And of course, some of our team members might be there. Marty, one of our developers, will be there as well, though. If you want to get connected with the whole Neum team, I think then it makes sense to go to Token 2049.
Good stuff. Yeah, I look forward to meeting you there. I'm not sure if have we met in person yet. It doesn't matter. I'm sure we'll we'll find each other in Singapore.
I'm I think you guys are doing something. Happy to be there as well. Try to connect, and highly likely we all have met once at Rare Evo or somewhere in another Cardano community event, because I believe we are still a small family and everyone knows everyone. But I also realized that is maybe sometimes a false expectation from my end. What I've noticed throughout the last days and weeks on Twitter.
Yeah, I think we all, like, if you go to the Cardano events, we all kind of know each other, at least by sight, you know. So I think I've been around you a few times. I don't think we've ever had a chat, but let's change that in token. I'll give you a shout when we're there, and we'll see you at the Rare event or one of the other events, or just at the conference. But I think that's, yeah, we can't wait, guys. But we're going to end the space here. A lot of our guests had to go, and a couple couldn't make it in the beginning. So we'll just end it on a good note. Thanks for coming, Flo. Thanks, everyone, for hanging out. Thanks for listening. Thanks, Tom, for co-hosting, killing it. And yeah, we do this every week, Wednesday at 4 p.m. UTC. Tom, do you have anything?
Nope.
Thank you so much for having me, and sorry for being so late, but if an investor calls, you have to be there, you know? That's the world we're living in as a startup.
No, you
Thank you
have
so
to
much for
say, I
having
have
me.
to be on the Cardano update space, Mr. Investor, and then they'll think you're, then they'll, like, you dissing the call, they'll be like, oh my God, this guy.
Yes. Yeah. Next time I try to do this, and I
Okay.
send you the bill if he is not investing, okay?
I don't know. I didn't hear you cutting out. We're gonna end the space. Love you guys. Thank you. Thanks for coming, Flo. Have a good night, everybody. See you in Singapore. Let's go shop on JPEG Store.